Hello, today I'm going to be talking about my new Oracle deck, the Forces, Flora, and Fauna Oracle. So I have two versions of the deck that are currently available. I have the classic standard sized, and I have the smaller compact size version of the deck. Now both of these decks are printed on a nice, sturdy, smooth cardstock that really handles beautifully. Both decks are also signed and then dated with the year. The compact edition is really nice. If you have smaller hands like I do, it really handles beautifully. It's nice for reading on a small table in a cafe or at a park, and it's very portable. Excellent for travel. It's a little bit smaller than a traditional playing card size, and just handles very nicely. The classic size also comes in this beautiful gloss printed box, but the artwork is a little bit larger. With the compact size, all of the titles are at the bottom, like so. But with the classic size, you have the Roman numerals, the number of the card at the top, and then the title at the bottom. The deck is broken down into three parts, as you might have guessed. They are Forces, Flora, and Fauna. Now the deck is really about the magic and the wonder of the natural world, and there's very little human influence in these cards. There are just a few images of the human form, and they're very basic and really don't take any of the focus away from the subject of the cards. So I'll go through first with the Forces cards. And I'll just go through one card at a time and let you see real quick what they look like. So this is the Tides. It's the first card of the Forces. Now the Forces kind of focus on forces of nature or elements or other aspects of nature that, while they are not necessarily a living thing, have a sort of power or energy of their own. The Mountain, Fire, the Wind, the Rain, the Forest, Water, which is another one of our element cards. All of the element cards share a similar geometry, which kind of helps to tie the deck together. The Moon, the Sea, Darkness and Light, which I've included both on one card, so that the focus isn't really on one or the other, but the dynamic between the two and the contrast that's there. The Earth, another one of our elements. The Sun, the River, the Aurora, Air, another element card, the Cave, the storm, and finally the stars. I ended the forces with the stars because it really is an opportunity to look outwards and to remember that our natural world isn't just the earth that we live on, but the entire universe that we are a part of. And then we'll move on to the flora. Now the flora, of course, are your plants. So that includes trees and little green plants and flowers. The flora begins with the acorn and then ends, of course, with the oak, which is here. By doing little things like this, that helps the deck read as a complete story or a sort of loose narrative that the reader then can be a part of. So the flora is then, of course, the acorn, the fern, the mushroom, the apple tree, ivy, the rose, the birch tree, the thistle, the willow tree, moss, belladonna, the orange tree, the lotus, the violet, the clover, the linden tree, the mandrake, and then of course ending with the oak tree. And finally we have the fauna, which are of course your animals, your mammals and your birds, and I even have a sea creature in there. I begin the flora with the crow, who's the herald or the messenger of the fauna kingdom, the butterfly, the snake, the rabbit, the fox, the wolf, the stag, the bear, the rat, the raccoon, the tortoise, the moth, the owl, the whale, the bison, the toad, the badger, and the lion. Now this is the early release version of the deck, which will begin shipping May of this year. And this includes a few extra cards. It includes a nice title card, gives you some information on the deck, a little intro, and then it goes into a little bit about the interpretation of the cards. And then, of course, you have some quick keywords to help in interpreting. That's for the forces, all the flora, and the fauna. I have a number of other perks that are available as well when you contribute to my campaign. You can get either deck, obviously, but I also have a collector's set, which includes my first deck, which is a tarot deck, a Hardy Tarot. It's the original version, so it'll look like this, the white box and a little obi band. This version of the deck has the black and white backs, and then you can see the cards have a little white border around the edges. So this was the first version of the deck that came out, and this is the one that, that comes with the Tarot and Oracle Collector's set. These cards are, of course, the same size as the Forces, Flora, and Fauna Oracle, so they make a nice little set, just like that. I also have artwork from this series available as a perk, and it's available in a few different forms. So I have the trading cards, which are this size here, and when you get these, they come in a set of either 6 or 9, and it's random selection, so you won't get 2 of any of the same cards, but other than that, it's totally random which cards you would be receiving. In addition to that, I have the postcard sizes, which are also available in sets of 4, or you can order a complete set of 16. So the postcard size is 5 by 11, so they're, you know, a good size postcard, and they have a glossy front, and then you can see a plain matte postcard back for writing. I also have prints of the artwork, so they'll ship like this in a clear plastic sleeve to protect them, and all of the prints are signed. They're also the original size of the illustrations, so they're 9 by 12. And I have these beautiful ready-to-hang wooden art prints, which are made locally here. They have a nice clean edge and are completely ready to hang, as you see. The texture of the front is a sort of satin finish, almost canvasy print, which is really beautiful and has a lot of vibrancy in the color. So I do also have original illustrations available for purchase, and you can contact me if you are interested in buying or seeing more images of the illustrations. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day, and bye.